What's up, bitches?
What's up, my babies? Welcome back to another episode of The Half Hour Flower. 30 minutes of marijuana-related stuff, I guess.
We got Chris in the house joining us here. Chris works in the marijuana industry. And we were kind of talking before this. So, I've never worked in the marijuana industry professionally. So I kind of want to get a little bit of Chris's take on
Chris has been doing this in the streets, though.
A little bit in the streets, never in the sheets.
Never in the sheets?
Never in the sheets. So
wow.
So what is kind of like what is kind of like your average day for a weed salesman such as yourself?
Honestly, it feels, I'm just a shift. I'm not going to say I run a dispensary. I don't, I just get the weed and then I sell it, right? So it's a little bit more retailing maybe on my side. But I definitely know like my inventory almost like maybe any equivalent.
Here's a better question. What is the weirdest experience you've had selling weed to somebody?
When people talk about like maybe like weed's a gateway drug, right?
It is.
It's debatable. A lot of people want to debate on it. That's actually a pretty big debate, even that I have with people who just either buy weed or maybe quite on the other side who have been in the dispensary for the first time and they are looking for maybe a cream or a topical, and they're barely willing to even walk in here. The craziest one I had was some lady. She definitely had been on drugs for days. We kept asking her for her ID. She wouldn't respond. She just continuously looked through her bags and was looking for this ID continuously. And then I pulled her to the side and let the line of people by. And I look at her like, I need your ID, ma'am. Like, you're not getting in here without your ID.
You're not getting in,
and
bitch.
Then she eventually stops and grabs all of her things and stands up and tries to walk past me to get through the employee door to get to the bud room.
Did you hit her?
And no, I literally was like, ma'am, you are not getting past me. You haven't even done anything to prove who you are. And she was like, Nico was in there, man. He got some weed, and I don't like it. And I know he's fucking in there, man. I know he's in there, bro. I was like, who the fuck is Nico?
Wait. So she was upset that somebody sold her weed that wasn't very good.
Basically, we cannot legally sell weed to someone who is buying it for someone else. If I know that in the process, I legally cannot sell you. That is.
Do you guys get secret shopped? Could that have been maybe one of those sting scenarios?
Hell
no. Maybe she's a great actress.
I actually have seen people who have come in for a sting, and it's because word gets around the marijuana, and we knew of a sting that was going around.
Sure.
So let me give you an example of this one then. So, a husband and wife are traveling and they have expired passports and they have their luggage with them and it looks like they just got off the plane or they might be even. And they come in trying to get in. They're like, well, please come on, this one time, we're really looking to, whatever. This is our vacation. I'm like, I'm sorry. Not a valid ID. I cannot take this. We're not getting in.
Dang. So they go through such extreme lengths to even bring some motherfucking luggage with them and shit to really play the part.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Dang. Well, I can't hear good. I can't sit back, dude.
You can't hear that?
I mean, I can, but I can't.
It's definitely an intense thing that they
loud.
Definitely go over regulations, and we are definitely checking all the time.
Well, do you know what? So, like, when I worked in retail, we would get stings all the time for like beer sales and shit. 'Cause, as you know, I worked for a grocery store with this gentleman right here. Are the fines kind of similar in nature, like the dollar amount for the marijuana industry?
What's funny is it goes as far as the person who sold the marijuana job right on the spot.
So it's not just the business owner; it's the individual who sold it. And that's how it was as well with alcohol. So that makes sense.
It's definitely like you will get your job taken from you. You will every day are putting your job on the line, and if you don't watch your ass, then you will be you'll have your badge ripped.
And is that because it's still on that line of federally legal and state legal? Because it's not federally legal.
You know what's funny is there's all kinds of things from state to state because it isn't federally legal. It just depends on where you are and whatever. And I would have to say that California and Colorado are definitely the top two that keep it up to standard. I get that, California has good strains all over and stuff like that. Some people would argue they're better. But, here in Colorado, we also have definitely comparatively good prices as well as good product. And I feel like a lot of us are very local, and even then we're taking in California brands.
For sure.
Because they even want to come here, and we want to go there too.
I've noticed the weed that I've been getting in Arizona is at best mids. It's like
really,
it's decent. I'd probably say
it's all like 15 to 20%.
Definitely. Even like top shelf shit is like low 20s. But like the top shelf shit in Colorado, we're like mid 30s.
Yeah.
Sometimes like
sometimes, you know what I mean? But, like, it depends on what you're growing and where you're going and what you're trying to get. Some people want them big, rocky nugs. Some people want to know that it's organically grown. Right. I can't say where I am, but we use 7 different kinds of soils and 14 different types of natural predatory insects to fight off all of everything. So it's supernatural.
Supernatural? Like ghost weed?
I mean, maybe.
Oh, yeah. You're going to smoke this shit, you're going to see a ghost, motherfucker. That's a good sales pitch.
Are you smoking weed right now, Chris?
I could be.
Do it now. That's what we do. That's what I'm going to do right now.
So
I don't even have the microphone. I'm trying to talk.
So that was the craziest thing. Huh?
Pause for the cause.
Pause for the cause.
So you know what I've picked up on regarding marijuana? We were talking THC percentages. The higher the percentage, or I guess higher or lower, the whatever number it is, doesn't necessarily reflect the quality of the high. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm going to suggest something to you other than concentrate. Let's just talk about flower, because all of these things are different when you are consuming how they affect you.
Most def. And I'm generally a flower guy. I don't really fuck. I mean, I'll do a couple dabs.
He'll fuck a flower or two.
I'll fuck a flower. I'll fuck a dab. But
yeah, a flower, maybe even 5 or 7.
Yeah, fuck it. I prefer flower.
You're like, I only took 7 hits of acid.
I personally am a flower guy. I will say I agree.
It's just better.
When it comes to flower, and your like tolerance is different than other things, right? So, they're equated differently. I like to put them in 3 categories: it's edibles, dabs.
Most
and when you're doing a lot of dabs, you're like, oh, it doesn't work as much, right? So it's because it's obviously more potent, and you know that. And the THC content is there, right? But when it comes to flower, you're looking at it more like a fresh product. So when you are going to the grocery store and you are trying to get like good avocados or whatever the fuck it is, you're looking for the good ones, right?
Yeah, you're feeling
So-
that motherfucker looking for the soft.
Right.
Okay.
You know? So flour is the same thing as any other herb. When it smells more and it has more of those terpenes, is what most people would call them, is that affects your high. So no matter really, I guess I wouldn't say no matter really, the more THC you have, the more possible it is for that THC to pass the blood-brain barrier.
The blood-brain barrier.
Right.
Okay, I've not heard this terminology before.
That
What
terminology
means this?
scares the shit out of me just
The
by the way it
blood-brain?
sounds.
That's a good band name.
The blood-brain. Oh, blood-brain.
So,
Hey, we fucking called it. You can't have it. It's ours.
Blood-brain.
Blood-brain. We got so many good band names that we come up with. Don't say it.
Oh, I'll bleep it out.
So
we're beeping
what
that one.
the reason why
It's gonna get
people think
jacked
that
by
high
one of our
THC
12
works
viewers.
better,
I'm sorry to interrupt. What did you say?
the reason why people think high THC works better is because they think that they're going to get more THC in because they are, consuming more THC. So that's not necessarily true because it's different for every individual. Because whatever goes across that blood-brain barrier is what gets high.
Can you define the blood-brain barrier?
Yeah.
Triple
When
B.
you smoke or ingest drugs, they get into your blood,
Fuck yeah.
and then it goes up to your brain, and then
Well, I understand. I understand that, but what's the barrier? Are
it's
we talking
the
like
it's
Jersey
the-
barriers?
from your blood to where those receptors are,
Okay, bet. So it's like
and
a
what
ratio.
gets through them. So there will be residual THC that you will not absorb, right?
Okay.
So-
That's what's up.
If I'm
Makes sense.
smoking 20, and let's say this certain individual only gets so high, then they're only going to get this much THC that goes into their brain to fire those those cannabinoid receptors that make you go wee.
Dude,
Science.
bro. You're hurting my little high and drunk brain right now. I've had 7 beers.
So what is your favorite thing to ingest marijuana wise? Like, are you more of an edible person, or do you
I
prefer to fuck a
Take
flower?
edibles, but like I said, I like to categorize them into 3 different things because I like to cycle. So when I'm like right now, I'm in a flower phase and I've started dabbing again, and I'm like, okay, well, I'd like to get into my dabbing. Usually when people are like, oh, I'm dabbing too much, I want to calm that down, then they usually suggest edibles, because edibles are a totally different thing when you ingest them, and your tolerances to smoking and edibles are 2 totally different things.
Right.
Right. And
they both affect your brain differently.
well, it's just more psychoactive, the way that the enzymes in your stomach work when you ingest weed.
Yeah.
So
I don't know enough about the subject to have a difference in opinion, so I'm gonna agree with that.
Yo, one time my dad gave me a brownie that he made, or somebody made. It was a homemade motherfucker. And I don't trust that shit. So I ate like a third of it, maybe, which was probably a gamble, but it was perfect. It was nice. So the following night, and I smoked a little bowl. It was nice. I was chilling on the couch having a great time. So the following night, I was like, that was manageable. That wasn't
Right.
bad. I'm going to eat the remaining 2/3, and I'm still going to smoke a little bowl, and I'm going to watch a motherfucking movie or whatever. And so I'm sitting on my couch, and I'm watching whatever, and all of a sudden, it's just like this. Because I forgot to breathe.
Oh shit!
I legitimately didn't take a breath for probably at least 45 seconds.
Oh my god!
That's what it felt like, but I don't know. I was high as fuck, so I didn't really know. But I knew that
Right.
I was starving my brain of oxygen.
We were just talking.
Involuntary.
We were just talking last night about. I have this thing where when I'm it hasn't happened recently, but I used to have this thing where I would right on the verge of sleep, I'm about to fall asleep, and then bam, I just like and I feel like I just like wasn't breathing or something, and every time I'm just like wide awake. I used to see like
You know what? That sounds like you maybe got a little bit of sleep apnea. What is that called?
that's what
Oh, boy.
Chris said.
Is that the right
You
word?
sound like me.
Yeah, Chris called
need
it.
a
Chris
breathing
called
apparatus?
it. He called it sleep
Chris
apnea
Scott's
last
like my
night.
brother. I fucking told you. I said the same shit.
You need a breathing apparatus on your fucking face. Like Bane,
Yeah,
but like for people who don't know how to breathe good.
I don't know if it's that or if it's like. Usually, it's like comes with like a feeling of like I'm dying.
Yeah, is it like you? Because I get the fall. You know, where I'm laying there and I feel like all of a sudden I'm falling and I jolt myself awake.
It's kind of like
You know what I'm talking
that.
about?
It's kind of like that, but it's
with a lack of oxygen.
Yeah, but I
with
feel
a
like
lack
that's
of
a little
oxygen.
different.
But it's almost
feel
kind of
like
like, to
that's
me, it's
like-
like my heart stopping is what
Oh.
it feels like.
It's awful. That sounds awful.
Like
but
that's what
it
that's what's
sounds
going.
like you need to strap some sort of breathing mask to your face when
And
you go to
then,
sleep.
but okay, so
Your
but
wife
the
would love
trippy
that.
the trippy part is that when it used to happen, I'd wake up and it was like literally I was hallucinating big black like spiders that are like crawling upward and downward, and they're like in a pattern.
Fuck.
I know it's crazy. And then but recently,
Yo, dude, I told him it's lack of oxygen.
Well,
or
that makes sense.
more recently, it's been what is it? Victorian, like old Victorian fences.
What?
Yeah,
That's what you see?
yeah.
I said when you start seeing
Fences?
old Victorian fences, you go see a doctor.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's really a great
Like
idea.
they're black, just like the spiders
Who
are.
is your insurance provider?
I don't know.
What's your policy number?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, can you give me that in a little bit?
Yeah, I'll write it down.
Awesome.
On
I'm
a
going to
piece of
set
paper
something
for
up
you.
nice for you.
All right.
I'm going to help you.
That sounds like a plan.
We're going to get you a nice mask.
You seem cool.
Hey,
What you
hey,
seem?
Hey, we're going to take care of you.
You seem cool. What's your credit card number?
So I don't know.
You want it?
You
Sorry,
You,
we got
Excuse me, what?
you got any other crazy old questions?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I'm going to quiz you. Since
Yeah.
you're so smart, I pulled
I'll
up
try.
This is gonna
I
be
pulled up a quiz.
this is gonna be quiz
I'll
your
try.
pants.
All right. I only read 2 of these questions, and I didn't know the answer to either of them.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So, question 1. We're going to try to get you to quiz your pants. That's what this is called.
Oh yeah,
These people. Quiz,
quiz
your
your
pants.
pants.
Cannabis is indigenous to what geographical area? Here's the answer, Chris.
Afghani?
No.
What is cannabis is indigenous to what
China.
geographical? Okay, you're
Yeah. Central and South Asia
yep.
in particular. So I'm assuming that
Afghani is
includes
a land
China.
race. It's close.
It is very close. Technically, it is. I mean, the Middle East is like attached.
I want to
Asia.
I want to read them too. We should go back and forth.
Okay, question 2 right here.
What is the principal psychoactive ingredient in cannabis?
Hydrocarbonol.
Wow, you even set it out.
Yeah, you didn't even give us
You
the
didn't-
motherfucking.
It's
You
THC. He just literally knows the chemical.
All right. How much THC is contained in cannabis varieties used to produce industrial hemp?
0.03.
I'll accept that
Close.
answer because it's less than 1%. So as long as it resides less than 1%, it is legal.
THC is just one of 483 known compounds in the cannabis plant, including at least 84 what?
How many can I name?
No. Including 84 of those 483 known compounds are considered what?
Cannabinoids.
Correct. Evidence for inhalation of cannabis smoke can be found in the 3rd millennium BCE in what present-day country?
fuck did that say? What?
I know, dude, I know.
Wait,
I was
listen.
reading it like,
We
what the fuck am I
don't
even
make the
saying?
rules. We just enforce them.
Okay, they called it the third millennium. So like 3000 BC.
Say it one more time. Read it one more time.
Okay, evidence for inhalation of cannabis smoke. So like people smoking weed can be
People
found
smoking weed.
in the third millennium BC in what present day country?
I can't even. I didn't even. I do so much.
It's a
that you just
dumbass
said.
question. Do you want to just take a stab at it?
You said it was a third world country?
No. It took place in the third millennium BC, which makes no motherfucking sense.
Evidence-
What is the third goddamn millennium? Just give me the year, dude.
Evidence for
I'm gonna say
inhalation of
middle,
cannabis smoke.
Middle
Third
East.
millennium
Like,
BCE
same shit.
in-
I mean, you're not far off because Romania is like basically right there.
The first documented fucking thing of people smoking weed. That sounds like a bunch of horse shit.
It was in Romania, so it was probably a bunch of gypsies.
No, dude, they probably were. There's evidence of cannabis 2,000 years ago in China.
Well, this is 3000 BC. This is before modern.
This
time
is more like history facts about weed, which I think is cool too.
This
Because
is like some prehistoric.
I don't think many people care about the history of it. Maybe
I mean,
some
that's
people do.
dope. But is that like the first documented smoke?
Well, this next question is related.
All right,
Let's
so
go with
in
this.
2003, a basket filled with cannabis leaf fragments and seeds discovered with a 2,500 to 2,800-year-old mummified shaman in what country? You already.
told us the answer.
Yeah, you already told us the answer.
Really?
Yeah.
Afghan?
Nope.
China.
Bam.
China?
Egyptian mummies dated about 950 BC demonstrate evidence of the use of what? I don't know. What could it be?
Use of smoking weed.
Right.
Obviously. Like, what a stupid ass question. What's this fucking quiz about, dude? That was a bullshit question. I'm going to take another. Cannabis is often used for its psychoactive effects, which can include heightened mood and or what?
Euphoria?
That is fucking correct.
Nice.
That is correct. Fucking ding ding. Okay.
With what the fuck is that?
Chromatographic.
Tomatographic. Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
Dude, I think the dudes who made this are fucking high as fuck.
Yeah, definitely.
Using words like
And I don't know if
chromatographic.
I don't know if English is their first language.
Maybe we're just stupid. We just don't know how to fucking pronounce it correctly.
Dude, some of these are retarded. A decrease in short-term memory, a dry mouth, and impaired motor skills are side effects of what drug?
Gotta be crack.
That is correct. No. Some of these are stupid. In 2004, the United Nations estimated that approximately 22.5 million people used cannabis. How often?
3 times a week.
Daily.
Daily. Wow.
That's 2004.
Let's get it.
I wonder what the current number would be nearly 20 years later.
I don't know.
I imagine it's.
I like how you just like cool with this cord on your face.
Yeah, dude. I keep forgetting it's there. And then I just like get it on my nose and then I'm reminded.
I'm just stick it in my nose and have
I'm
it
barely
smell all
even
day.
talking in the microphone. My motor skills are certainly impaired.
That's why I'm holding the mic super close like this. Because I know that I'm going to be subconsciously quiet. So I try to be
Well, I'm not trying to be quiet per se. I just keep forgetting to talk in the microphone.
You're like, oh, so I was saying the other day.
Cannabis has been used for rituals throughout ancient history and is found in cults around the world, including use by ancient Jews and early what?
Settlers.
Islam is, I don't know. Like,
Christians. The burning bush, if you will.
Oh,
You know, we've all heard that term. That's what they were referring to, I'd imagine.
you know, have you guys ever heard about the Church of like Mary Jane? And it's like
I went to it and I saw a stand-up show there in Denver.
Really?
I did. And it was weird, dude. The host ate a quarter of mushrooms and just like he ate them at the beginning of the show and we just watched his trip progress and he was fucking wigging out, dude. He would stand while it was so crazy. While people were on stage, I have cottonmouth so bad. Hold on.
Side effects of marijuana.
Motor skills with the mic. Cottonmouth, I can't speak. But okay, so this fucking guy, he would go up, introduce the comics, and he was smooth as fuck. Nice. He was smooth as fuck, really professional, did a great job, and then he went off stage and stood off to the side while they would do their shit, and he was tripping, dude. He was doing weird shit with his hands in front of his face. And it was just a wild. I was more focused on him than any of the comics that night because it was just fascinating.
Yeah, man. That is some wild shit.
Anyway. High rambles. My bad, you guys.
can I browse the questions here? Let's see here. All right. Cannabis usually contains about 5% THC content. The resin can contain up to 20% of THC content, and the oil may contain more than how much?
Wait.
Did it say flour has 5%?
What? They can contain how much?
So I'll read it again. Cannabis usually contains about 5% THC content. The resin can contain up to 20%. The oil may contain up to how much?
I'm going to say 70, 80.
60%.
You're very close.
50%? That's it?
60.
Oh, 60. Well, yeah, you know, I was going to say probably like distillate is a totally different thing. That thing can test up to 90, maybe even more.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
So what is I have a question. So what's the difference between distillate and
all right, I'm going to go through the process, right? So there's 3 different kinds you probably already know. Wax, shatter, and live.
Live resin. You kind of cut out. I'm just filling that in. Okay, so explain the differences between those because I have no fucking idea.
Okay, so when you're dealing with wax, you are dealing with like flour that has been cured and then it gets blasted by chemicals and then goes through a process where it separates the chemicals and the concentrate, and you are left with just this higher concentrate of THC with no plant matter, right? So you're left with wax or shatter, depending on what you're doing. It's just a different process of making the same thing.
Okay.
And purging the chemical.
I've seen it done in like a hydraulic press. What is that one?
No, but that's really funny that you say that because that's a whole different level. It's above live resin, rosin.
Okay, that's what that is. Okay. I was wondering what the fuck that was because that was insane to watch. They played it in slow motion. Tripped me the fuck out.
So wax and shatter are 2 different things. The difference is wax sometimes whipped and you get a lot of air rate in it, and that's why you see a lot of wax or like auto butter and stuff. And then you have shatter, which is more purged out, glass-like texture, shatter, right? Live resin is where they take fresh weed, flash freeze it,
With like
and
dry
then
ice?
huh?
Do they do that with dry ice or something?
Usually probably liquid nitrogen, I would assume.
Yo, sick.
Liquid nitrogen.
You're as cold as liquid
I'm not
nitrogen.
too sure on that one.
You're willing to sacrifice a our love. You ever heard that song? It's Foreigner. Sorry.
So basically, what happens is they take that, they flash freeze it just would. They do that to like most of your food, so it's really not too far off.
I don't know none of that because I don't think I've ever purchased wax or anything before for myself. It's been given to me. I've never bought it myself.
So
basically, what they do with that, right? When we were talking terpenes earlier, it helps it be like more tasty, and it's what I would describe to people as fire wine because those terpenes affect high. So when we were talking about fresh apples, this is definitely more of the fresher apple because we're getting more of those good cannabinoids that we're talking about, right? That could be like, like you said, there's fucking a shitload of them. And you getting those cannabinoids is really what helps you get high.
Okay, that makes sense. So we're talking Honey Crisps in this motherfucker.
I mean, it depends on what you're smoking or what you're getting. You can also get butters. You can get live butters. You can get batters. You can get, I've seen live sugars.
What the fuck?
It depends on what you're looking for.
Live sugars and live butters and batters? Like, is this like a pastry?
These are all different.
No. This is the type of. It's like how wax is called wax because it looks like earwax.
Okay.
Right.
This is
so we're talking about
he's talking about the consistency look of it. So you can get wax that literally looks like sugar.
What the fuck? Like straight drugs then?
Well, have you seen diamonds in sauce?
What the fuck? No, I have not.
Diamonds in the sauce? Is that what you just
Diamonds
said?
in the sauce?
Which, by the way, would be a fucking cool ass.
Dude, we call it. We call it. It's our band name.
Band name or a song title. Saucy Diamonds.
So,
no, wait, what was it? Diamonds in the sauce.
Basically almost pure THC.
That's a rap
and they're
album.
literally what they accept. Like they're clear THC crystals that are sitting in sauce that are terpene filled. So you get this pure THC rock covered in terpene sauce, and that's really what is high. That's why you want diamond.
Is that like Rich Guy Keef, basically?
No, man. I don't know. Can we get someone on the Google? I don't even know how to describe it. It's literally looks like. I mean, this sounds really bad to say it like this, but like it looks like crack rocks in fucking saucy wax.
What the fuck am I searching?
Saucy wax.
Diamonds in the sauce?
Diamonds
so
in the sauce.
What you're gonna look up is you're gonna look up diamonds and sauce concentrate.
Okay. I'm looking at images. Can you insert some images,
Yep.
I guess?
Yep. Diamonds in the sauce.
The latest craze is what it says. Okay.
Wow, Chris, you really are a hipster.
Damn, dude. Damn, look at these motherfuckers.
Jesus, that looks like fucking drugs. That looks like drugs.
Dude. Fucking crazy. Oh my God. Well, you have actually been very enlightening, and I was truly impressed with your ability to answer the majority of those questions correctly. And if not correctly, very close to the correct answer. Very close. Like, I can see why you would say those things.
And you seem like you genuinely love weed, so that's awesome.
I'm learning every day. There are people, that are way more knowledgeable. And it would be, not humble to say that because I'm not smart.
Yeah. There is a lot to know. I have some friends that are just like directly involved in the grow and all of that shit. And I didn't realize how legit that was until like 5 years ago. And I've been smoking like since I was a child. Oh! Do you hear
It's
that
time
sound?
to wake up.
It's the worst
It's time
sound
to
of
wake
all
up.
time. I fucking hate that sound so much, dude. I set my alarm tone to DMX.
Dun, dun, dun,
Where the hood. That's how I wake up at 3 a.m. every fucking day. My wife is really happy about me
mine
playing
is
that every morning.
Grateful Dead, Fire on the Mountain. It used to be Jimi Hendrix, and now I can no longer listen to that song anymore. So I had to change it. And I'm going to get tired of this song, too. I'm going to hate the fuck out of this song.
Yeah, DMX been pissing
That's
me
the
off.
problem, right? That's
Yeah,
the problem with fucking... with putting a ringtone that you like as your ringtone. Because then you listen to it and you're like, I fucking now hate that song.
Yeah, that's a good point. I might have to go ahead and check.
Sorry, off topic, but
Very off topic, but you are fucking correct.
yeah.
That does bother me, and I hate that song now, but it wakes me the fuck up. Anyway, Chris, thank you very much. High five through the phone.
I'm in.
For the viewers, thank you for listening. Subscribe to our fucking Patreon.
You know, give us
Subscribe
money.
to our YouTube. Give us a like. Give us a comment. Share. Do it up.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Bye.